everyone, I'm Momoka. So today we have a guest, good speaker, Rikito-san.
Hello,
Hello.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He is performing internship by Next Creation. So first, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so as you introduced me, my name is Rikito. I am an international student. I am from India.
Oh.
I came here to Kyushu University about 7 years ago. And, right now I'm completing my PhD in the Department of Hydrogen Energy Systems. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. So then I ask some questions from me, okay?
Sure.
Why did you come to Japan?
Yeah, big question. There's a lot of reasons, of course. I love Japan. I consume a lot of Japanese content. But I came to study in Japan primarily because of the many incentives that the government was offering at the time and still continue to do so. So Japan is trying to promote globalization and they want more international students to come in. And that means a lot of opportunities for international students in terms of scholarships and so on. So that's one of the main reasons why I came to Japan.
Oh, I see. Thank you. And so why did you choose Kyushu University?
Yeah, Kyushu University is like was like a hidden gem, I guess. They were, of course, offering English programs, which means it was one of the very few options for me to study in Japan. But luckily, Kyushu University is very prestigious as one of the national 7 universities. And I just thought graduating from a prestigious university in Japan could give me the security that I could find a job and I could be successful. And one more thing, I guess, I also wanted to be an astronaut at the time. And one of the graduates from Kyushu University also happens to be a very famous astronaut. And he was also one of the reasons I joined this department.
I see. Why were you going to participate in this internship?
Yeah, so the way I met Kyofuji-san was, well, kind of special in that I met him more than 6 years ago. And I was, at the time, he was looking for an Indian student who could do some market research on Indian valve makers. And at the time I had no skills, I had no money, but he was like the first opportunity for me to get a job or earn some money in Japan. So primarily because I wanted money at the time, but I stayed for all these years because he happened to be a very valuable mentor and a friend. And so that's one of the reasons why I continue to do a lot of work for him, different projects.
Okay. And how long did you participate in this internship?
It was on and off. So whenever there's a new project, Kyofuji-san gives me a job and I work on it for a few weeks or a few months. But it's overall, I think it's been about 6 years.
6 years or so long? Yeah. Okay. At once, could you briefly talk about the content of the internship?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, Kyofuji-san has lots of companies and lots of projects going on. He's like the Elon Musk of Kita-Kyushu. So it's a lot of interesting stuff going on. So initially, like I said, I was just doing basic research work on the markets in India and in other countries. And over time, I wanted to learn about how small scale Japanese businesses work. So he used to take me to different places like Taiwan and just have me sit and learn how business proceedings work and try to use that for my market research later. So anyway, that was what I used to do in the beginning. And over time, I think I also helped prepare mochi sometimes when it was really busy. And so that was a bit of physical work. And of course, I also did some data analysis work for him to improve sales in his mochi business. And yeah, I did a lot of stuff.
Oh, really? So I'd like to know the details about Taiwan. So
Yeah,
please tell me.
So yeah, we went there primarily for to sell drain timer valves as a part of his AirTech Inc. company. And yeah, so he's set up a lot of connections and meetings for like over a course of 5 days. And we met lots of people. We visited lots of steel plants, air compressor manufacturers, calcium carbonate factory, a cement factory, and lots of places. And so yeah, I learned a lot from Kyofuji-san, how he conducted his business meetings. We translated from English to Japanese to Chinese and so on. It was very exciting, and I did learn a lot. And we learned a lot about how the market conditions were in Taiwan. And but it was not just that. Of course, we had a lot of fun. We visited lots of nice places. We ate lots of food. It was really fun. It was a nice business trip.
Sound like you are doing a lot of cool stuff. I heard you talk about data science project. So could you please talk a bit more?
Sure. Right. So I was working as part of my research. I was working on a lot of data science stuff, and luckily at the same time, Kyofuji-san just contacted me and showed me his 4 years worth of sales data of his rice cakes or mochi. And he's like, can you do something about it? I was like, okay, let me think about it. And yeah, I just had to use my research skills, my data science skills, to try to find a way to improve his business, to improve sales or something. So I used the data that he gave. I looked up a bunch of machine learning algorithms, and luckily I came across something called time series forecasting algorithm. And using this, you can predict the sales of your rice cakes in the next month or in the next week or in the next day. And you should imagine this is a very powerful tool. If you know how much sales you're going to make, it means you can make better inventory. You can make intelligent business decisions. How much rice should I buy? How much mochi should I make today, the next week, and so on. And so I think it was one of the most rewarding and exciting projects because I could succeed in making a nice algorithm. So yeah, that's basically what I did as part of the project.
Good. So has your way of thinking changed by participate in this internship?
Yeah, so I tried to compare myself how I was before I joined this internship and how I am now. And I think the main learning points is that when you're working with a businessman such as Kyofuji-san, his goal is to have a practical application. He's very application oriented. It has to be useful for society to improve business or something like that. And in university, when you're pursuing science, you do science for the sake of doing science.
Mm.
You don't think about practical applications all the time, because at the time I was working on simulations and a lot of theoretical work.
Mm.
And for me, that was not as exciting as creating something and which has huge impact on society. For example, because of the algorithm that I made for Kyofuji-san, it has immediate impact. He can make intelligent decisions, he can improve his sales, and to me that makes me very happy, right?
Oh.
And so he changed my perspective of what your work should be. And for me right now, I value application more than anything. So that practical way of thinking is what I got the most out of this internship.
Okay, thank you. So finally, can I have a message for foreign students and those who want to come to Japan?
Right. Yeah, like I said, Japan as a country is like a hidden gem. Not many people know about it, but it offers so much incentive, so much opportunity, especially if you want to start a business. The government supports foreign nationals to start their own business by giving them visas. And so while most people are to UK or Australia, where competition is high, there's lots of people, less opportunity, less funding, and lots of visa problems, Japan makes everything look so easy, you know? And so that's why to me it's like a hidden gem. And I do wish for more people to come here, because they will definitely have greater opportunities, because they can interact with really cool people like you, Fuji-san, work with small businesses, work in big companies. And I think there's a lot of cool experience.
I'm good. Okay. That's all. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. So also Rikito-san, thank you for talking about Precious this your internship. So now let's say goodbye.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.